There was a lot of hoopla about the judges and and the referees, and everyone's saying, "Oh, I saw somebody online call them UFC judges," and we or in refs. We know that's not the case. The state athletic commission brings these in. Now, that being said, everyone's like, "Oh, the North Carolina State Athletic Commission, the North Carolina judges, the North Carolina refs." First of all, the UFC, it's not uncommon for them to fly in people, to fly in these judges and refs from wherever they are. So these are experienced refs and judges, commission members from out of state. That being said, you got to keep in mind that these officials have to officiate within the rules that they're given. Now, what do I mean by that? Like somebody posted about the fence grab. You're allowed to grab the fence temporarily in North Carolina, which I personally think is horseshit. Temporary turns into a game of um, constant grabbing. Now, now, what where am I getting at is first of all, you can't blame the judges and the refs for going by the rules they are given. That's like saying to the umpire, if the rules were decided in the beginning of the year, we're going to raise the strike zone instead of from knees to chest, we're going to go from chest to forehead. And people arguing saying these umpires suck. You know, it's the rules that they're given that they have to abide, the guidelines they have to abide by. Now, I think that's what we're seeing here. And now, we really shouldn't be so quick either to throw the North Carolina State Athletic Commission under the bus. They had just come back this year. I think January is when this come back. And on top of that, this is only like the third or fourth show back, maybe six total of all mixed martial arts events, not just UFC, all the regional promotions. So there's still there might be a little bit of a learning curve there. I really wonder why it was a good idea. I'm going to ask Mike Mazzulli about this. I don't expect him to go public. If he would, how it goes into changing a rule like that, like something like that, I could see on paper why it seems so subtle, but it's not subtle. That's like saying that the sky's blue. No, in this state it's green. Like that's how I feel. Like fence grabbing is, you could develop a whole game around it. Like I remember, I fought in Canada, and I remember I had one referee, and I remember like he just wanted to sound slick. Looking back, like I remember he came into the rules meeting before my fight, and he goes, he says, now it says in the rule book that you can't grab the fence with your hands, but it doesn't say anything about your feet. So you can grab with your feet all you want, which to me is horseshit in its own right. So maybe that's why I'm so against fence grabbing, is this. And then you see my fight with my opponent, and that's all he did was grab the fence with his feet. It's like his whole game plan was get against the fence and see how he can move back and forth. A lot of the fight was with me on top, especially in the first round. I arguably lost the second round, but I took him down fairly early, like within the first minute or two, and then I was going from guard to half guard because he was grabbing the fence with his feet nonstop whenever he was on bottom, and I knew I took him down at the end of the third, and I knew I got to keep his feet away from the fence, otherwise he's got nothing in this game. So it's funny how they play with the verbiage as well. That's something else that's really interesting. But yeah, fence grabbing is a no go. Um, I didn't really. What was it? Not the Sherman fight. Um, I'm wondering. I'm forgetting which fight it was now. Where Cody Cement. How they said the fight. But then I'm seeing on Twitter too. A lot of people felt that Cody did lose that fight anyway. All right, so I got to go back and watch that and see. I had it on while I was chasing my son in the pool. That's the other thing about these early Saturday cards is I got family time too. So that's nothing's gonna get in the way of that. So I'm gonna